I'm going to try and record some feedback to you this time on the first draft of your speech on stem cell research. This is a really good start, and I love the way that you've started with some questions, some rhetorical questions to get your audience to think. That's a really effective way of engaging with your audience and relating to them, so well done. Fellow students, do you ever wonder? This is fine and it makes sense here, it's clear. But you might have heard of have you ever wondered? Have you ever wondered? Both of them will be okay here. The difference is that when you say do you ever wonder, then it suggests something that's happened very recently or repeatedly but for a very short time. Do you ever wonder? Have you ever wondered, on the other hand, is used for something that's a longer period of time. Have you ever wondered? So it might be something that someone has thought about for a longer period of time, perhaps over 10 years. So here it would be better to use have you ever wondered to show that this is a serious issue that people might have spent more time thinking about. Have you ever wondered if there's a way to cure cancer, or if a paraplegic can have, or the chance, because it's specific, the chance to walk again? Embryonic stem cell research is an answer. When you say an answer, it implies there are lots of other answers. But here you are trying to persuade your audience that this is the best choice. So it'd be better if you say the answer to imply there's only one. It's specific. Is the answer to help us solve. Spelling mistake here, to help us solve this questions. This means there's only one question. Here you need a plural form, these questions, more than one. Today I'll be talking about the importance of doing embryonic stem cell research. That's great. You've asked two questions to get your audience to think, and then you've explained what you're talking about in the rest of your presentation. That's a really clear introduction. Well done. In case you're wondering, that's a really nice way. It's much more relaxed, informal language. In case you're wondering, stem cell research is the stem cell in embryo. Stem cell is, in case you're wondering, embryonic stem cell is the stem cell in an embryo. That's fine, but it doesn't really tell them what stem cell research is. Your next part here might be a little bit too detailed for your audience. Remember, your audience are college students, and here you've told them about the science behind how it works. It might be simpler if you say, in case you're wondering, embryonic stem cell is a stem cell in an embryo, and then say embryonic stem cell research is where scientists take the stem cells from an embryo for scientific experiments. They don't really need to know all of this detail here. People argue against embryonic stem cell research because they think it is not moral to use an embryo that has already begun to grow in a baby. That's good. You've outlined your first main point and why people don't like stem cell research. One thing to consider though is that actually a lot of the time stem cell research is using stem cells that have not been fertilised in the mother, meaning they don't actually start to grow into a baby. So that might be one counter-argument that you need to consider. But this is a good introduction. You now need to outline your key points before going into each point in more detail. Each paragraph should have one key idea with some examples or some statistics to back up what you're saying, and then in your conclusion you need to summarise your arguments. But this is a great start so far. Well done, Rebecca.